Hi everybody, welcome to Best of British Blackwell. Today we're going to be making some lovely vegetable soup and I've got my special helper here. What's your name?
Elizabeth.
Yeah, Elizabeth is my daughter and she loves a bit of cooking, and this is a really good recipe if you've got kids that are interested in...
I like to help my dad.
She does. Like I said, great recipe if you've got young kids that want to help in the kitchen.
Yes.
So come over, have a look at the ingredients. Betty's going to talk you through them, or Elizabeth I should say, is going to talk you through them, and we're going to make a start. Okay, so our ingredients today are basically loads and loads of veg that I had lying at the bottom of the fridge, which just needed using up. So Betty, what have we got here?
Potatoes.
Potatoes. These are little baby Jersey Royal potatoes, which I've had for about 2 weeks. What's this? Now you know what this is.
Onion.
It's an onion, that's right, and this is a red onion. Like I said, again, just had these hanging around.
Carrot.
These are carrots. These are...
Pepper.
That's a yellow.
Pepper.
And this one here is a...
Cauliflower.
Cauliflower. And what are these ones? These ones are a bit trickier.
Pea pods.
Pea pods, yeah. Well, these are French beans. Now, you might not think that these all kind of go together, but they do. They're going to go together really nicely to make a soup.
You got one of these in my school.
That's right. We've got one of these here. What we're going to start off by doing is chopping the potatoes up nice and small. We'll do that in a moment and get those on a boil. But then we're going to roast...
Everyone, come.
We're going to roast these onions off, and literally to do that, throw them straight in the pan, no peeling, nothing like that. Stick them in the oven for about 30-45 minutes on 160. Let's prepare the rest of the veg, Betty.
Yes.
So the next step of making our soup is to get a nice big pot, and this is where Elizabeth really helps me out, because what I need to do is that... Betty, stand back please. So Daddy's going to chop them up, and when I chop them up I need you to put them in the pot for me.
Okay.
Have I chopped those up small enough?
Yeah.
Good. I don't want to disappoint the head chef here. And all I'm doing really is just making these chunky. They don't need to be too big, not too small. Just be careful, Betty. I'm going to chop all these up, and we're just going to get them into our pan. Don't worry everybody, Betty's hands are nice and clean, aren't they? Now with these beans, sorry you can't see it because I've got the pot here, but with these beans all we're going to do really is just chop these in half. We don't want them too long. That's about right. So if I chop these in half, Betty, can you put them in the pot please?
Okay.
They're going to go in with the carrots. All of our beans. They're all in there. Then we're going to go in with the peppers. Now these peppers are a little bit kind of beyond their use by date, if you like, because they've been in my fridge a little bit too long. But for soup, they're going to be absolutely fine. You wouldn't necessarily use them for a salad or anything like that. And all I've done with that is I've chopped the lid off, and I've cut out the seeds inside, and I've just tried to remove as many of the seeds inside as possible.
Put it on my head.
Oh sorry, I shouldn't have put it on your head, should I? And I'm even going to use this bit as well. So again, I'm just going to roughly chop this up. Betty, can you lean back please a little bit? And we're going to put these in the pot please.
That one.
Lovely. Right, what are we putting in the soup next?
Cauliflower.
Yeah. And again, for the viewers at home, this has been in the fridge far too long, probably past its day.
Come
But,
everyone. Come everyone.
Betty, let's lean back a little bit please. Daddy's going to cut the cauliflower off. But like I said, this is going to be perfect for the soup that we're making here. Everything's going to be boiled down. Do you want to put those in the pot?
Yes, please.
Okay, so we're at the stage now where we're going to add a little bit of seasoning. Now what's
Seasoning?
That's right. Seasoning's the stuff that makes food taste yummy. So this is smoky salt. Can you smell it? Oh, what does it smell like?
Chocolate.
It doesn't smell like chocolate, I assure you, but there you go. That's lovely. Daddy just add a little bit more in there.
I want more.
That's enough of that. Daddy's going to do the pepper because this is a bit spicy. So we've got some smoked salt going in here.
Smoked.
We've got some pepper. This is a mushroom ketchup.
Mushroom.
Daddy's going to pour this little bit in there. And now we're going to get some bouillon powder. This is a vegetable seasoning. Or a vegetable stock powder.
Can I touch?
Yeah. So put a little bit on your finger. Careful, not too much. Now taste on your finger. What does it taste like?
It's like chocolate.
It doesn't. She thinks everything tastes like chocolate. Now, 1 spoon. You gonna help me put it in?
I guess.
2 spoons. 3. And 4. And 1 for luck. There we go. So 5 tablespoons or 4 big tablespoons of vegetable stock, and now Betty's going to help us pour some water. I've got about 2.5 pints of water. Do you want to hold it like that? That's it. Oh yeah, lovely. And then we've got a really big one here to go into. Lovely. Look at that.
Look,
it's all nearly mixed together. And what we're going to do is we're going to put this on the heat now. We're going to warm it through, and as the vegetables just start to soften, we're going to give it a stir. Take a look at these onions. They have been in the oven for about 40 minutes, just roasting. Skins on, haven't done anything to them, no oil, nothing like that at all. What I can tell you now, that smells beautiful. It really does smell really strong, but not too raw. Do you know what I mean? When you get the smell of raw onions in it, makes your eyes water. Smells absolutely beautiful. What we're going to do with those is let them cool down, and then I'll show you how you peel those. Now let's have a look at our soup. Look at this. Just lightly simmering away there. As you can see, the veg is all softening nicely now. We've got that beautiful kind of vegetable broth in there. And what you will notice is that I added some potatoes. The reason I cooked the potatoes and prepared them separately is twofold. Firstly, I chopped those up just before my daughter Betty, Elizabeth, started helping me there. And secondly, I boiled them separately because I didn't want the starch from the potatoes getting into this soup to make it kind of too starchy. So these onions have cooled down a little bit, and the easiest thing to do to get them out of their skins here is to just leave them in the pan that you've roasted them in. Cut the bottoms off. And what you should be able to do is just squeeze this beautiful soft onion out of its skin. Look at that. Still quite hot actually, because obviously the skin retains some heat. As you can see, we've got our beautiful soup. Just going to add these onions in, and I'm going to let this simmer. Let the juices from those onions just seep into this. We'll let this simmer for about another 5 minutes, and then we'll take it off the heat, and then we're going to blitz it down. Okay, so we're at the point now where the soup has come off the heat. It's cooled down quite considerably, although it is still quite warm. This is why my daughter's not with me now, because we're going to use a stick blender to blend all of this together. You do that very simply, just point the stick blender away from you. Slowly but surely, just work your way around the top, blending up all of this lovely veg. Now this is going to take you a little while, so why don't you pop back to me when I'm finished, and then I'll explain to you the next step. Okay, so we've used our stick blender. It's taken us a little while, but as you can see, we've got beautiful, thick and creamy soup here. Not very lumpy. All of the veg is kind of blitzed down. You'll see the things like the green beans and stuff like that. You can't actually see the green in there. It's more the orangey colour of the cauliflower. Now, what you will have noticed when we were making this is that there wasn't a great deal of seasoning going in here. That's for a very good reason. Because we use the vegetable stock, which is already quite salty, it was almost impossible with all the vegetables swimming around in there to get a spoon in and taste it. Now we've blitzed it down, that's our opportunity to taste. So, we taste. It does need seasoning. It needs more black pepper. It definitely needs more salt. And I think it needs a little touch of something that's going to warm it a tad. So, you know, we are kind of in the middle of winter. So you do want something to just warm you through a little bit. And I'm going to add a tiny little bit of cumin in there, just to give it a little bit of warmth. It doesn't need a chilli. The vegetable flavours are quite subtle. I think a chilli would overpower it. Let's give it a bit of a stir. And then with a fresh spoon, we'll have another taste. And we'll see what Betty, the boss, thinks. That's perfect. That's lovely. What's here?
A pot.
Hmm? A pot. That's right. Yeah, a pot.
I-
What's in the pot?
A spoon.
Yes, there is a spoon in the pot as well. That's not what I'm wanting you to concentrate on. This is our soup that we made.
I
This
don't love soup.
You don't love it now. Will you try a little bit? I put a tiny little bit on the spoon. You're going to taste a tiny little bit.
I don't want to
No?
taste it.
No. So Betty doesn't want to taste her soup. Let me pan this camera around a little bit so we can see. Betty doesn't want to taste the soup that she's made, which is absolutely fine. Me and Jane will eat it all. She's being very cheeky, trying to block my face out there. But as you can see, really easy to make. Even if the kids don't want to eat it, it's good to get them involved making it. And you know, I'm sure at some stage we'll have plenty. She will have a go at it. But give it a go at home. Very easy to make. And I'll see you again soon. So bye-bye, Betty.
Bye bye.
Leave